My girlfriend said, "You should thank me for lowering my standards to date you." At her family's house. Her dad heard, her mom heard. I stood up and said, "Thank you." Then I left. I'd been with Nora for a little over a year. She was beautiful, and she knew it. That was fine at first. Confidence is one thing. But somewhere around month 4, the little comments started. Small stuff, easy to brush off. "You're lucky I even swiped right on you. Most of my friends date guys who make way more than you. You're cute, but like, in a safe way." I laughed them off because she always said them with a smile. And because part of me believed her. I'm not the tallest guy. I don't drive anything flashy. I work as a project coordinator for a construction firm. It's good money, steady work, but it's not the kind of job that impresses anyone at a dinner party. Nora worked in pharmaceutical sales. She made more than me and never let me forget it. Every time we went out, she'd make some remark about picking up the check or how she wished I'd aim higher. I told myself she was just pushing me to be better. That's what I told myself for a long time. Then came the dinner at her parents' house. Her mom and dad invited us over for her dad's birthday. Nice people. Her dad, Frank, was a retired electrician. Her mom, Diane, taught 3rd grade for 30 years. Normal, decent people who always treated me well. Dinner was good. Everyone was relaxed. Nora had 2 glasses of wine and started getting loud the way she always did after 2 glasses. Her mom asked how things were going between us. Nora smiled and put her hand on my arm. "We're good. I mean, he's not exactly what I pictured, but he tries." The table got a little quiet. I didn't say anything. Frank looked at me, then at her, then back at his plate. Diane changed the subject to something about their neighbor's dog, but Nora wasn't done. 10 minutes later, her younger sister asked if we'd talked about moving in together. Nora laughed and said, "I told him he needs to get his salary up before I'd even consider sharing a lease with him." Her sister gave a nervous laugh. I put my fork down and picked it back up. I was trying. I was really trying to let it slide. Then Frank asked me a question. Simple, kind. "So how's the new project going? The one near the airport?" I opened my mouth to answer, but Nora cut me off. "Oh, he's basically a glorified clipboard holder. He walks around a site and tells people where to put things." She said it while chewing bread, like it was nothing. Frank stared at her. Diane stopped chewing entirely. I looked down at my plate for about 5 seconds. Then Nora said the thing that ended everything. She turned to her mom, smiled, and said, "Honestly, he should thank me for lowering my standards to date him." The room went dead quiet. Not awkward quiet. The kind of quiet where the air gets heavy and no one knows where to put their hands. I sat there for about 3 seconds. Then I put my napkin down, pushed my chair back, and stood up. Nora looked up at me like I was getting another drink. "Where are you going?" I looked at her. Then I looked at Frank and Diane. Then I looked back at Nora. "Thank you," I said, and I meant it. "Thank you for finally saying out loud what you've been hinting at for a year. Thank you for doing it in front of your parents so there's no way you can twist it later. Thank you for making this the easiest decision I've ever made." I grabbed my jacket off the chair by the door and walked out. I heard Nora's voice behind me. "Are you serious right now?" It was a joke. I didn't stop. I got in my car and drove home. My phone started buzzing before I even hit the highway. 3 texts from Nora. The first one said, "You're embarrassing me." The second said, "Come back inside." The third said, "You're being way too sensitive." I didn't respond to any of them. When I got home, I sat on the couch and just breathed. I didn't feel sad. I felt clear, like someone had wiped a dirty window and I could finally see the street. The next morning, my phone rang. It was Frank. I almost didn't answer, but I did. "Hey, I want to apologize for what happened last night," he said. His voice was steady but tired. "That was out of line. What she said to you, the way she talked about your work, about you as a person, that's not how we raised her. And I'm sorry you had to sit through that at my table. I didn't know what to say at first. Thank you, Frank. That means a lot. You're a good man. You didn't deserve any of that. And for what it's worth, I think you handled it better than I would have." We talked for another minute or two. He told me Diane was upset too, that they'd had a long conversation with Nora after I left. He didn't go into details, but his voice told me enough. I thanked him again and we hung up. Nora never called to apologize. She texted me twice more that week. I read them all. I didn't reply to any of them. Frank apologized within 24 hours for something his daughter said. Nora still hasn't.